This is more than a membership. This is the only living, breathing sisterhood movement, okay? Because we're going to be worldwide, okay? Self-activating, authentically ambitious women of color to create and empower legacy of womanhood. Like that's what we all really, really just, really desire for our lives. And the thing about it is that we are being attacked on all sides. So action is required. Like it's not about rest. It's not about just taking our hands off of what's going on. It's about becoming the CEO of our life. It's about holding the vision, becoming the vision. It's about embodying the vision, right? And it really, really comes down to giving ourselves permission to take up big, big space. Period. Point blank, the end. Like that is really what it comes down to. And like we talked about today, there's a lot of reasons that do stop us. It's that emotional labor, it's that fear, it's the balancing act of all things that are going on. It's being always plugged into somewhere, right? And the thing that I would hope that we've all understood by now is that it's not about checking off boxes that are going to make us successful and make us happy. Like, that's not really where it's going to be. We actually have to become a disruptor, a total disruptor of that system. Where I know I'm Caribbean American, West Indian American, and my parents say, go to school, get those grades, get a good job, become a leader, get your coins. But guess what? Like I was still unfulfilled. I was still unsuccess. I was still unsatisfied. I was still dealing with workplace workplace not harassment but like workplace discrimination and biases, right? I've had a boss legitimately tell me that she's blocked me from advancement because she's intimidated by me. Like who says that? Like who actually says that in those words to someone? So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how stacked the resume is. You have to disrupt that system that is saying that we are intimidating. We have to disrupt the system that's saying that we need to be the best employee, to be the most loyal employee, do all the things, and wait around for the opportunity. No, we're creating a new legacy of womanhood. That is empowered, that's purposeful, that's intentional, that is boldly courageous. We're going to blind these folks with our light. Like that's the difference. And we're going to pave a new way where the dominoes will fall and it will change the trajectory of womanhood around us. You know what I mean? And we have to do that as a sisterhood, right? As a sisterhood collective. That's when we become the unstoppable force. And so, what I love about self-activation, right, is that it's really about staying on the business of you, no matter what the daily news is or the season that you're in. I have used my self-activation method, like I said, on every game-changing chapter of my life, from heartbreak to endless love story, from working a crazy, stupid job, 50 plus hours, making pennies, to working 3 days a week, like doubling the income, really more like almost tripling it, but yeah, 3 days a week, to now having my own business, my own private practice, and having over 4,300 students worldwide in my programs. I had to disrupt the system. I did not see no other Black woman doing that at the time that I started this. So self-activation is it from what maternity leave number one, maternity leave number two. Like I've had to self-activate myself and to expand beyond what I even knew was possible for myself, right? And I had to create habits to support my highest self, to reclaim my time back, right? This is so important because, like we talked a lot about that today about abundance habits, the habits, those flywheels, the things that we need to be doing to create life that we want. It's not enough to create a vision board. It's not enough for me to write down all the things I need to do. What habits do I have that self-nurturing me to do these things so that I can achieve things that I want in my life? And the other part of it is that you have to break through the mindset traps, right? And the transgenerational narrative that's keeping us playing small. Like that is a huge part of it, is that we're constantly being conditioned and reconditioned. I had a CEO tell me, you should have taken that promotion that we didn't give anybody else. We gave you the highest percentage, but you should have took it because you're young and you're all these different things. You got to crawl before you walk. So you should have been grateful for it. No, ma'am. If I left and came back here, I saw the posting online. You should have offered me 20,000 more starting. Don't play me for a fool. Okay. But the old narrative would have told me to stay there. The old narrative would have said, girl, take that little government job. You got that? No, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to persist anyway because we know our worth, we know our value, and we're going to advocate for that. We're going to command that. That's going to be the standard, of expectation from ourselves and from other people. We're going to uphold that, and we're going to set powerful boundaries. Like we are our own permission slip. Like this is what self-activation is about. Bringing all of you online and holding that, gatekeeping that, being your own soldier for that. Like that's what self-activation is about, is that, for me to go out of my rest and my relaxation and, feeling like I couldn't figure things, get back momentum with baby number two, to now building so much momentum, I had to activate that woman in me, that part of me that can create that. And she started doing things that she never thought she could do. I went on my first conference without the kids and to Florida. Like that was wild to me to do that. Let me tell you, I had some panic attacks. I had some panic attacks, but I did it and it was a game changer for me. I was so nourished. My business was so nourished. I made some really, really great connections and networked. I just launched a couple new, just launched, a couple, this is one, and I launched another program, creating safe spaces for women of color, right? I've been on a lot of different people's conferences and summits within this short period of time of me going on that conference, leaving my kids. I've gone down 2 clothing sizes, hello, since the start of the year because I activated the woman in me that could tell her husband that I needed this. You get what I'm saying? And I'm nourishing myself. I'm nurturing myself and nourishing myself. So I'm absolutely honored to invite you into this activation sisterhood. And it is one of a kind. Like I said, I have not seen it anywhere else. I don't know of anywhere else. And here's the thing with self-activation. It's more than a membership. It is a sisterhood movement, right? Like I said, it's about women of color not asking for anyone's permission to take up big, big space. It's shining blindly bright, boldly stepping into our limitless potential. And it's really about becoming your own game changer, your own visionary, your own CEO of your life, like I said before, where you're getting your own self unstuck. Like no one is going to help me figure out postpartum but me and my sisterhood. Right, me and my sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? No one is going to help figure out being a mompreneur but me and my other mompreneur friends. You feel what I'm saying? But it starts with me getting myself unstuck to then put myself into the spaces where I can do that, right? Like we heard that with that post, 2.5 times more likely. Women who are in sister circles, 2.5 more times likely to hit these goals, these big goals, right? So the self-activated woman boldly activates her core essence, her authentic code, her truth, her immeasurable worth and deservedness to have it all. Like she's activating that. Like I had to activate that. I was chilling, breastfeeding, kicking it, picking my kids up. I mean, I wasn't kicking it like that. I was busy, okay? Listen, but I lost the grit Brit, you know what I'm saying? And I had to activate that part of me in my motherhood. It was beautiful. It was expansive. I'm such a more expanded woman. Every child I've had, I am in love with me, who I am as a person. I know who she is. I know how she moves. I know what she's about, how good of a person she is, the impact she's going to make on the world, the impact she's making on the world. I love me. And that's because I got activated. That's because I got activated. You get what I'm saying? So we officially kick off April 1st. Okay. But there's no fools around here. Okay. The joke is on them. Okay. So that's my little April Fool's joke. Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay. And so here's all the tea for it, right? So we're going to be going full out every month. We're going to start off with a self-activation sisterhood, which is a theme-based content, actionable strategy, and focused support. It's this times 10. Okay. So when I do self activations, there's grounding meditations, there's activating meditations, there's subconscious work in between, depending on what we need. We're doing integration work to talk about what's coming up for us. And we're focused on specific topics every month. So it's very, very focused support, very, very focused strategy, and it's building on each other. So we'll start the month off with a Mindset and Manifest newsletter, which is our action taking sprint guide, right? So this is your guide for the month on the power words and phrases. So it could be grace, it could be action taking, it could be balance, it could be burnout free, it could be grace. I think I already said that. It could be kindness, it could be patience, it could be anything like that, right? So you'll get a couple of power words and phrases every month. And we're going to deep dive into what those mean and how they look in our lives and in aspect with our goal getting, things that we want for our lives, the visions we have for our lives. You'll get specific journal prompts, specific affirmations to support the mindset being reprogramming, the journal prompts to get deeper on what you specifically need to shift. And then you'll have specific things you're going to be doing every month to support this in your life. And so these go hand in hand with our sister circle, which I love. So you get the content and the actual training and the support, the sister circle coming in, but then you have something very, very tangible so that you can take away every month so you know how to do this work, right? And you get access to all the replays. So I want to say that too. So if you couldn't jump on today or be here the whole time, it's fine. You'll get access to it later. But here's this is the best part of it, you guys. Here's the best part. You have weekly on the go auto drops from me. So those are 5 to 15 minutes each. And I love using Telegram. So it's me pouring into you every month, well, actually every week of different like little sub topics, sub content, sub aha moments, mindset mastery, skill building, behind the scenes things, abundance habits I'm working on, how to tackle something, mompreneur life stuff, strategy, like all the good stuff. People loved my auto drops from before, right? When I did self-activation. And if you check out any of my reels, you'll see the type of content that I'm dropping. And it's super, super high level when I do it in the exclusive Telegram spaces. So those are bingeable. They have a title, they let you know what it is, and you will see it. So you can look at it whenever you want to. You can binge it. Hey, in between your days, you're self-nurturing. You can binge it while you're in the bathtub. It doesn't matter. So you have access to that every week. And then we'll do a monthly Q&A thread in there too. So dropping your questions. So even if you didn't make it to the monthly call, it doesn't matter. We'll do a monthly QA thread sometime in the month for you to drop whatever's going on, whatever you need support on, whatever your wins on, whatever you're working through. And I'm going to be there to give you that feedback. You, of course, will have access to the self-activation method, which is the series I was talking about before. You'll be able to jump right into that potent high level subconscious work, the trainings around mindset traps and getting unstuck with your emotions, working through limiting beliefs, the cord cutting that people love the most. It's all up in there. Um, so you will have that to support you on the back end, working whenever you're ready. And of course, you have the sister community. So we're gonna have our own sisterhood space. It's not gonna be on Facebook for right now. I'm gonna keep it on Telegram because it's just really easy to access everything in one space. So you'll have that there to support each other. Now, this is the lowest price ever. I'm offering it 50% off right now. So $44 a month. You can cancel at any time. We kick off officially April 1st. Yeah, like honestly, this is the most lowest done price, I think, ever for me. I think what happened was that this number just kept showing up in my mind. So I made it $44 per month. But like I said, it's 50% off founders rate. It's like the Gucci you found at off Saks Fifth and just ran it right to the register and just kept it pushing before they changed the tag. Okay. That's what this is. So grab it right now while you can. You'll have 2 weeks to jump in at the founders rate. You can cancel anytime, like I said, but when you rejoin, it will be at whatever the current rates are. So I just want just to remind you is that at the end of the day, you got to give yourself your own permission to show up as the epic woman. That woman who's in active pursuit of what she desires, who's empowered, who knows herself, who can be persistent, right? No one else is going to give you that but you, right? And you've already been putting out max effort, right? And you haven't been seeing the return that you're really, really wanting. And at some point, you got to say to yourself, is what am I willing to do differently to get what I want? Right? What am I going to do differently to get what I want? And that really is where your resistance is. That's really your self-advocacy. That's what you really have power and control over, is you being the game changer, you being the visionary, and you deciding to create that new legacy of womanhood. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, you taking up big, big space is a non-negotiable. You're not gonna be able to dim your light even if you tried, because you're gonna radiate so brightly that it just is. It's just the state that you reside in. And that's what I want for women of color. And that's what makes us the force is when we step into that brightness and into that truth of our existence. You know what I'm saying? So I want to invite you into this space. Thank you so, so, so much for being here, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you.